Hey you guys, and welcome back to another episode of Damo Speaks, and of course, I'm your host, Damo. Guys, I just want to say I thank you and I appreciate you for listening to me because, baby, we made it up to 50 followers. Well, actually 50 listeners, so yay, woo. Thank you. So, I really appreciate you guys, and let's, keep this ball rolling. So for our topic today is about postpartum depression, or in other words, baby blues. And if you guys don't know what postpartum depression is, it's depression that occurs after childbirth. So you will develop, symptoms about being, having a loss of appetite, being very irritable, having difficulty bonding with your baby, like you can't sleep, so insomnia, baby, the list goes on and on and on. And I think I spoke about this briefly, that I did have postpartum depression. And I think most of you guys also know, if you've been following me since the beginning of time, that I had depression. Started off at the age of, I believe, probably 4 or 5. And so when I had my son, of course, that bumped it up just a little bit more powerful. Okay, so about me, after I gave birth to my son, I thought it was all rainbows and shiny and whatnot. But in the reality of it, when I was living through that moment, it wasn't. Now thinking back on last year, around this time, I was effed up, y'all. So take it back. Think, you guys, with me. Imagine. Last year, December, okay? It was cold. Snow on the ground, I think, possibly. It was 3 weeks into my, little leave of absence from work. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to be sitting at home. I want to work, because who gonna pay the bills? Sure, yeah, me and my boyfriend were living together at the time and everything, but hey, he wasn't working. I couldn't work anymore. Get the gist? Because I was out for work for, those 3 weeks. And also my boyfriend was out for those 3 weeks from his job. And I'm like, I ain't making no moolah. You're not making no moolah. So, anyways, I decided to go back to work. And at that job, I was working third shift. So from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. And you sleep the rest of the day. So I really didn't have time to connect with my son. Yes, breastfeed here and there when these things wanna work on me. But other than that, I wasn't really getting so much interaction with my son. And every time that we go over to a family member's house, they will of course take them, and I'm like, okay, I'm in this room, they in a different room. So everybody was like, that's not adding up. She should be all mama bear mode, don't touch my baby. So I thought that was just me, because I'm a chill person. I know that my family members are not gonna hurt my baby, but to each his own, But hey, after you give birth to your child, you might come with symptoms like, mood swings, crying spells, anxiety, difficult sleeping, and stuff like that. And let me tell you, I already had anxiety. I already had mood swings because of the pregnancy. So I'm like, I ain't really thinking much of it. And let me tell you, I was so irritable. I kind of, messed up my boyfriend a little bit. Just a little bit. Because I forgot what he did, you guys. But it was something that was probably tiny, and I just went off. I'm cussing this man out and everything. And I'm just like, oh, sweet baby Jesus, I am so sorry now to my boyfriend, who, if he's listening right now, I am so sorry, love. I didn't mean it. I wasn't myself. But of course, you guys, we move past it. It's all good now. It's all good. But you guys, baby blues is usually it usually begins within the first to 3 days. Yeah, first 2-3 days after delivery. And it may last up to a couple of weeks, you guys. Sometimes for females, it probably might be 2 weeks, probably a week, maybe a month, It just depends on you. I can't say for sure that, hey, no, it's for all women and da-da-da-da-da. I can't say that. Every woman is different. Everybody's different. So, I can't know. Don't know. Ain't gonna give it to you. Okay? So, for new moms, I really strongly suggest that if you feeling any of those symptoms, please talk to your OB, because your OB will help you out. Because baby, mine, she had to help me out, so I had to take these happy pills that I call them and stuff to make me happy. And then also, you guys know I'm in therapy, and you guys, just a side note, I am not on those happy pills at all. I first tried it for a week, didn't like how that was making me feeling. I stopped that shit right away, and I'm I've been the same ever since, except for, don't have the mood swings no more. My anxiety level is low. I'm okay now and everything, so yay me. Woo, woo, woo. And so just keep an eye out on that, you guys. And men, ladies, my other audience, babies, I love you. I love you so much. If your partner is going through these symptoms and you see it, please contact their OB behind them, or say, baby, you're going to have to see your OB because you having postpartum depression, okay? I know you see them going through this, so how about you open your mouth and, just let it flow. Let it all out. Tell me, honestly. We need to be brutally honest. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm done. I'm done with my rant. Okay? All right. So, if you ever go through this, baby, it'll take you all over the place, because Jesus, I don't know what was going through my mind right there, because now I can't stop loving my kid. That little boy in his crib right now sleeping, I would, go to the ends of the earth for this kid. And it's sad to say that I'm thinking back to then, and I'm I was really what's it called? Not attached. So I want to say disattached, but that don't sound right. But I was not attached to my kid as I am now. Now I'm just mama bear mode. Okay, where's my son? Is he okay? If I hear a scream, what happened? I'm dropping everything. I tell you, today, you guys, I was washing the dishes, and then I heard my son scream. And if he was with my auntie, they were playing, and he now he's in his little phase about, having his own little mood swings, seeing that some kids at daycare are crying, and somebody's gonna pick him up and, care for him. So he did that and scared the living crap out of me, because I'm what is going on with you, little boy? He's his scream. I'm shit, I dropped what I was doing. I almost cut myself with the knife, and I just dashed. I'm seeing that he's okay. My auntie smiling and laughing at him because he's just faking. I'm bro, don't do that to me. Don't do that. Because no. Don't do that. You scared mama. Mommy ain't supposed to be scared like that. But just know, you guys, that postpartum is not a flaw. It is not a weakness. It is another complication of giving birth. Like, if you're pushing out a kid, the kid might give the JJ. I'm just saying. Or in my case, you get a C-section. Now you got like a little line indent, where you see that they cut you at, and it's there with you for a long time. But I'd rather get my, coochie, kind of sewed up, because then, shoot, it's gonna come back together. I know some stitches like dissolve, they said, or you come back and they can take it out. But like, shoot, that's an easy fix. Me, on the other hand, like, I still have this incision line that I see, and I'm still a little tender where they cut me at. But hey, I ain't complaining until my son kicks me right there, or I bump myself right there with my dun self. But just know, ladies, that it's okay to feel this way. It is normal in childbirth. It is very normal. Like, I hate it, but it's normal, and we all gotta go through it. But with the right treatment, and to have your OB right with you, next to you, also with your partner, it helps a lot. And you really need that bond with your baby, because you had this baby growing inside of you for 9 months, maybe 10, 11. I'm not pushing the 12, because I have not read anything about somebody having their kid baking in the oven for 12 hours. Not 12 hours. Duh, Damo. But, 12 months. So, hey, somebody might have, somebody might haven't. Like, late bloomers, But, like, it's okay. Like, if you look up your symptoms, like, you can Google it. Like, I know I say this to people, especially my boyfriend. I hate when you freaking Google yourself, your symptoms, because it can lead you to some other stupid stuff. Like, don't even get me started. I ain't even gonna get started with that. But just look up your symptoms and, hey, see where it might lead. Or, like, your first choice should be talk to your doctor. Get a normal doctor that you can see on a regular. Your primary or your OB, one of those. Or go to Planned Parenthood. There's so many resources that you can just reach out to and just, say what you're feeling, say what you're dealing with, And some of your symptoms, you guys, can vary. It's like a mild to severe type of symptoms. Like, you got the little few days to a week, maybe 2, maybe 3, depending on your body. Yeah. Like I said, sadness, mood swings, crying, sleeping troubles and whatnot. And the other ones could be like crying too much. That's like you mild, but now you up in like you kind of itching it forward, babes. You itching it forward. But like depressed mood, really bad mood swings, loss of appetite, you could be sleeping too much or not sleeping at all, being very irritable. Now this is me. Like I think I was in like this in between type of stage. And you can also feel like tiredness, loss of energy, the fear of not being a good mother, hopelessness, worthlessness, like shame, guilt. Like, baby, the list can go on and on. And then you also have this new one that I learned at this website that I was reading all this information, this information from. I'll put that also in the description below with all my socials. But it's called postpartum psychosis. And it's a rare condition that develops within the first week of after delivery. And the symptoms are so severe. And they can include like feeling lost or confused. You have obsessive thoughts about your baby, hallucinations and delusions, sleeping problems, having too much energy and feeling upset, like paranoia, also attempting to harm yourself and or your baby. Now, I'm telling you guys this information because there's probably so many people that we don't know or that we do know in our family or friends or whatever. Like, they could possibly have this rare condition. And it can really be a whole game changer. Like, if you feeling lost and confused, you having delusions and hallucinations, and you make attempts to harming yourself and your baby. Like, baby, I know I was suicidal, but never have I ever thought about harming myself or my kid during this time last year. Never. Because I'm so glad that I didn't get to that, because you guys, I could have. Like, I'm suicidal. I ain't gonna lie. I'm putting that out there. I'm not gonna lie to myself or to you, my listeners. Like, come on now. So, if you know anybody who's going through this, or you see something like this, please inform somebody. Call 911. Call whoever, because that is a very dangerous situation that you don't want no baby to be in at all. And you guys, you know what I also found out too? That your partners can also experience postpartum depression. I know, right? It's crazy. Like, you have like your partner can experience your pregnancy cravings, or your mood, and the symptoms like you want to vomit and everything, like in the first trimester. Like, this is brand new to me, because when I was reading this article, I'm just like, what? My partner can experience postpartum depression too? Like, wow. I'm not thinking about my boyfriend at the time. I'm thinking about myself and work and, trying to make that moolah. But he could have been experiencing postpartum depression too. And it's the same symptoms as us. Feeling sad, tired, overwhelmed, anxious, and everything. Different eating patterns, sleeping patterns, and everything. Like, this right here, guys, is crazy. And also read that fathers who are young and have a history of depression, experience relationship problems, or struggling financially, are the most at risk for postpartum depression. And I ain't gonna put my boyfriend on blast, so I'm gonna just stop where I'm ahead, because I was finna say something, but I'm like, I ain't got his permission to say anything like that. So, moving on. So, if you or your partner, you guys, are having any symptoms, like, I can't stress this enough, any symptoms, please talk to your healthcare provider, OB, primary, the nurse's hotline, something. It is not embarrassing. It is not weakness. It is not, don't be reluctant to do this, because you putting your partner, and your baby's life at risk if you keep this bottle up to yourself. Because sooner or later, you would go up to, that postpartum psychosis. And we don't want none of that. We don't need none of that, you guys. And if you really thinking about suicidal thoughts, about harming yourself or your baby, please call 911. Please call any local emergency assistance that you guys have around you at your, at your city. I don't know what ours is for Milwaukee. Like, I really need to get that because Damo, suicidal. Come on now, girl. Get it together. Get in the game. But you guys, please take care of each other. Watch out for one another. And, just beware of y'all symptoms. Did I say that right the first time? I think I did. But please be aware, and I hope that you guys learn that this is serious. It happens in most cases for new moms, even in moms that that had children before and they didn't experience this. Like, every single delivery is different. For new moms that already had kids before, it doesn't matter. It's very serious, and it's really nice to have this information out here. If you can't talk to your OB or your doctor, please talk to a family member that can try to help and steer you in the right direction, okay? But I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys in the next episode. I love you. Bye.